Welcome to the BAM Sports Show.
I carefully place all of it in various trash cans around.
Any other headlines you guys are interested in tomorrow?
I'll poop in a urinal.
It's going to be a wet one.
He shoots, he scores, you suck.
Rick's wife is going to make him sleep in the bathroom tub tonight.
A dark horse candidate of where I may eventually want to end up living for good.
Welcome to a brand new sports show experience coming through your wavelengths. Let's get ready to have some fun. So sit back, crack open a drink, and let's talk some sports.
Good evening, everybody, and let's talk some sports. Welcome to the BAM Sports Show. I'm your host, Blake. My camera's fucked up, but I'm joined tonight, as always, with the boys. I got Ryan, Keith, that dude down in Jacksonville, and Eric. What up, boys?
Yep. Those dudes down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, those dudes down in Jacksonville.
That guy right there. That guy right there. He's down here, too.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday, January 27th. I'm excited. We got some football to talk about, some wrestling news.
Yes, wrestling. We do.
The Royal Rumble, big episode for us tonight here on the show, as tomorrow is... Hey, that's what matters.
Oh, Keith, I won't be able to come over. I forgot. I have D&D tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, so you're going to make fun of us, and you're going to tell us that you can't go to a wrestling thing to watch, to go play D&D. Boys.
Thank God. I don't have to clean now.
You weren't going to clean anyways.
You don't need to clean. I'm a dirty boy.
Have you met my wife? Have you met my wife?
It's true.
Well, let's get into it, shall we? We've got some NFL hires, some offensive coordinator positions being filled, GM positions being filled, couple head coaches positions being filled, right?
One.
Yeah, one. Frank Reich.
Yep.
One.
Well, maybe two by the end of the show. You never know.
Very true.
Breaking news.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, I'm pulling up the coaching tracker. Frank Reich, as Rick said, only head coach hired so far, like within the last week or so. I think it's a fantastic pickup for them.
I
also think it's a fantastic pickup for the Bears because that dude's a quarterback guru and he is banging the table to trade up to grab a quarterback.
You really want to trade back that far, though?
Yeah, because when you trade back that far, how far is it? Is it
4?
4? Yeah. We're talking about trading back with the Seahawks.
Oh, sorry. That's Indy, sorry.
Oh, see? Look at this guy. Fact checker? My ass.
Singing Frank Reich.
9.
Colts. Sorry.
9.
It's tough because I like Frank Reich a lot. You know, I'm not quick to forget how dangerous the Colts were, when they still had Andrew Luck. Now, mind you, that's Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is a really good quarterback. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he was kind of dealt a bad hand there in Indianapolis. Just kind of cycling through recycled, never really all that good quarterbacks to begin with. I mean, maybe Carson Wentz at one point for a very short time, but I mean, just the gauntlet of, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Sam Ellinger.
Phillip Rivers took him in the playoffs, didn't he?
He did, but it's like at that time, like their defense was still pretty stout too. I don't know. Like I'm torn because you kind of get into similar.
He has won a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew Luck fucked that entire organization. Like they were in a win now, ready to go mode. I was like, by the way,
they fucked themselves.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it stemmed there.
I mean, he would have stayed if they would have actually put money towards the line.
Which is ironic because they did after he left.
Learned their lesson, I guess.
Yeah, and
Right,
it's
you're
tough
just
because
trying
I
to
feel like
pick
you
Phillip
get into
Rivers
a
for
little
vibes.
bit of a situation where this is a terrible comparison, but like a lot of people make that, was it more Tom Brady? Was it more Bill Belichick type thing? Well, now we can maybe kind of start to see some of that play out with, was it more Andrew Luck or was it more Frank Reich? Again, terrible comparison, but that's really all the, if you want to call them glory days that we have to see with Frank Reich as a head coach. We've only really seen the Colts do well. Again, yes, like Phillip Rivers did get them into the playoffs, in his last year in the NFL.
Old man Rivers.
But I don't know. I mean, what I will say is I do think it's cool that he's going back to the team where he was like the first ever player to take a snap behind center, like with that organization, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I think
Did
it's interesting.
Go ahead.
I think it's interesting, because they still have Sam Darnold on the roster, and he's not great, but I mean, he's at least shown flashes here and there. I don't know. I just feel like he's going from one bad team to another.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the Panthers are pretty talented myself. Sorry, Blake.
No, you're good. I think it shocks me more than anything that Frank Reich's going from being fired in the middle of the season to a head coaching gig right away.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
that doesn't really shock. Yeah, that's not really shocking. I don't think. I mean, like he was saying, or like what Rick was saying, he kind of was dealt a shitty hand because it was the GM of the Colts, Ballard.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to like band-aid the quarterback situation with Carson. I mean, mind you, Reich, vouched for that dude, and he was a complete bust. And now he's on this third team or whatever. He's a complete bust again. And then Matt Ryan, he's not Matt Ryan of 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's a bust. I just think he kind of got dealt it the past few. Maybe he can resurrect in Carolina. I don't know. I don't think Sam Darnold is the answer. I think it's just a tear down and start over. But they have good pieces. I mean, they have Brian Burns, they have J.C. Horn, and there's good pieces on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. They have Moore as a wide receiver, and Deontay Foreman. They got Chuba Hubbard. I don't think it's a complete tear down, but you got to draft a quarterback.
Absolutely.
Didn't they just take a quarterback? Who'd they take last year?
Matt
Corral.
Oh, yeah. No. No.
I mean, at one point, he was a top 3 quarterback in that draft. I mean, people were talking about him going 1.
What was this?
Like,
do you not remember that before the draft? Yeah, before the draft, before that season, before the draft, they're talking about him being number 1.
Yeah.
I was looking it up. By the way.
I guess it's not really that crazy when you consider Kenny Pickett was the only quarterback drafted in the first 2 rounds. So I guess I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking it up, and Matt Ryan has no current plans to retire. Surprisingly, I thought I would have hung it up after that year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Stafford. To be honest.
Now is he a free agent?
I'm shocked about Stafford.
No, they're both. Stafford's still with the Rams next year, and Matt Ryan's still with the Colts.
How much are the Colts paying Ryan?
I think it was $12 million. I just got off that page.
Jeez.
$12 million a year.
Wow.
Some other in the coaching carousel. Mike LaFleur, former Jets offensive coordinator, is now the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams.
When I saw that, I did not understand that.
Honestly,
they have a connection.
Yeah, a brotherly connection. The one that I didn't understand was the Jets hiring Nathaniel Hackett.
What did I say?
Yeah. Of course, people are going to point back to, before he was a head coach, when he was just an offensive coordinator for the Packers, of course, this is when they still had Devontae Adams. You know, the Packers played well, so you know we'll see. But I still think that quarterback situation has to be fixed. You know, even regardless of how much better of an offensive coordinator he may be than he is a head coach, that quarterback situation has to get fixed.
I feel like they took the play out of the Denver Broncos last year. They clearly hired him because they expect to trade for Aaron Rodgers. That's the only reason why you hire that dude.
I just,
I don't
said
know
it.
there.
I said it on Tuesday. The only team that's going to sign Nathaniel Hackett is a team trying to get Rodgers.
do you think it actually happens? You're an owner. Can you talk about that to us, please?
Do I think it happens?
Right.
I don't have a fucking clue. But
Do you
no, I
want
don't.
it to happen?
Depends on the offer. I need at least 2 first.
That's
you're
insanity.
high. You are high.
No, I need 2 first to get rid of him.
I understand that
One
you need
first.
2 first, but there is no
Then we
way in
don't
hell
do
you're
it.
getting 2 first.
Then we don't do it. Plain and simple. We
Do you
don't
get
do
to
it.
vote
I don't
on
know,
things?
man. I think
I get to vote on
at
financials.
some point you got to cut your losses.
If you're the Jets, you definitely do that. You have a team ready to win. They beat the Bills. They beat the Dolphins. Did they beat the Patriots? No, they lost the Patriots both times.
They beat the
I mean,
Packers.
the Patriots,
Sauce Gardner, baby.
they're ready to win. Like they have the pieces. They have the running back will come back. They have the 2 wide receivers. They have an O-line. Like everything's set up for him to go there.
They have a serious defense too.
Yeah, the
But
defense.
Rodgers doesn't like playing with rookie wide receivers. Doesn't.
Oh, he
like
learned
playing
how
with
to
young
do it
wide
this
receivers.
Did he?
He had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he
learned
learned because they didn't make the playoffs.
end of the season.
Okay, but like Christian Watson still put up numbers, and Romeo Doubs had his days too. Like, yes, Aaron Rodgers individually played like shit, but Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs didn't have terrible seasons at all.
And you got to think,
You try to
he
throw a ball
had
with
a
a
broken
broken
thumb for 3/4 of the season.
He broke
Yeah.
it in London, so
And so
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's what I heard.
And I think that those receivers on the Jets are better than the Packers receivers.
I was
Oh,
looking at the
100%.
Jets. Yeah, 100%. I was looking at the Jets roster. They have a Michael Carter and a Michael Carter II.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Isn't that Little
Yeah.
Wayne's name? What's his real name?
Scott.
Something Carter, right?
Let me look it up.
Thanks.
And of course, Brees Hall, who I
He'll be
traded
back.
Tom Brady away for.
Wayne Michael Carter Jr.
Wayne Carter, that's right.
Who is Michael Wayne? Who is Michael Wayne?
So Jim
Anyway.
Schwartz in Cleveland.
I like
Good
that.
magic calling defense. I do like that a lot, actually.
I don't hate that at all.
Jim Schwartz is calling D in Cleveland?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, that'll
It's
be
not too
pretty
bad
good.
at all.
Always
I
remember
like
Jim
when he's
Schwartz
in the
was like
league,
that
'cause-
aggressive handshake at that win when he was the head coach of the Lions. I don't know. I forget what game it was. I don't know if anyone of you guys are Lions fans, so if you remember that aggressive handshake and the opposing
Yeah.
coach flipped out
Who was
about
that
it.
against?
I don't remember. The coach, he threw a fucking fit about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Look
that. I
that
just don't
up,
remember
actually.
who it was against.
Harbaugh. It was Jim Harbaugh.
Was it?
Was it?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean,
just
he's a
like
great
when he's in the
defensive
league
coach.
because his name sounds like Jim Shorts.
Jim
It's
Shorts.
just funny.
He reminds me of the dude from Spaceballs.
The Schwartz
Perhaps you've
be
are you
with
familiar with my? Are you familiar with my good friend Jacques Strop?
Bill O'Brien going back to New England.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And I feel so terrible for Mac Jones with that. So, I mean, you remember when Brady was still there, when Bill O'Brien was working for Bill Belichick. Him and Bill O'Brien got into it all the freaking time. And Bill O'Brien he is trash. I will still, to this day, for the short time that I called myself a Texans fan. I will never forgive that man. He ruined that franchise for years and years and years to
Scorched
come.
earth.
Like
Just
all of their failures today fall on his shoulders, like squarely on his shoulders.
Was he not a good? I mean, he was a terrible GM. Well, was he not a good coach?
He was a mediocre coach, and I would say like a pretty shitty coach. Like you go up 24-0 in Kansas City in the divisional round. All you have to do is like keep your foot on their damn throats, and you host the AFC Championship. But then no, you want to decide to let your nuts hang and fake like a 4th and long on like their side of the field, fake a punt just to show that like you're the smartest man in the room or whatever. You're up 24-0, and then you let them score 50 something unanswered points with all these dumbass plays.
I liked it.
It was fun to watch.
Bill
It was
O'Brien
fun to watch.
is the
What
biggest
year
With
was
no
that?
horse in the fight. With no horse in the fight,
like-
it was fun to watch.
2019, I want to say.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was Deshaun's last year, I think, in Houston. Or no, second to last year. Because they still had D-Hop at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, before he traded him away for
Yeah.
peanuts.
Yep.
2020 is when it says.
Oh, okay.
So it was the
That's
2019 season.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I got it right. Nice.
And then the Titans hire a general manager, Rand Carthon.
I mean, I think it's a good hire. He's a really good hire.
I mean, he's
The
coming from a
dude's
great franchise.
Smart as fuck.
Yeah.
He's
I
driven.
know
He's
nothing about
young.
him.
He's been an up and coming name for like front office people for a while.
Yeah.
I think he was in the running a couple of years ago when they first started talking about, replacing Pace.
He was director of player personnel for the
Mhm.
49ers.
Yep.
So
Now his first move is going to be hiring
Matt Nagy.
Matt Nagy. Sorry, Rob.
You know what I'm interested in seeing what happens is what happens with Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
still in the running.
Still in the running.
From what I have read, it is 100% Jim Irsay keeping him.
Oh,
in the running.
absolutely.
No,
And
like,
that's
GM
exactly what I was about to say.
Ballard doesn't want him.
I mean, really, if you're heading
that's
towards
Jim
a full
Irsay's buddy.
rebuild, I mean, if you're heading towards a full rebuild, and you know, like, dude, we don't expect you to win games. Just come be a coach for the next 2-3 years.
They have interviewed like
A lot of people.
dudes already. Saturday, Jim Harbaugh, both coordinators for the Lions, Raheem Morris, Eric
Both-
Bieniemy, D'Amico Ryans, Mike
both-
Kafka.
Both Lions coordinators.
Yeah,
Jeff Saturday must be one hell of a salesman to retain that job.
I mean you're keeping him in the running when there's like Bieniemy and D'Amico Ryans and Rich Biasca. He's a fantastic special teams coach. I think special teams coaches end up being the better coaches in the league.
I agree.
I agree. Oh, except for who's that one guy? Well, he was like the interim head coach for a while after the Rams fired Jeff Fisher. I think he's a special team. He might even be the special teams coach for the Cowboys now. But John Fassel, something like that.
Jim Fassel.
Jim Fassel.
Yeah.
Bones.
Yep.
That's who you're talking about. Because he was
Yeah.
Does he have a brother? Was it John and Jim?
That's what I'm thinking of, John.
Oh,
I think they're brothers.
I thought the guy I'm thinking of, I thought his name was John.
no,
Yeah,
John Fassel is Jim Fassel's son.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean they're related.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dan Quinn said he's
Okay.
staying in Dallas. What a dipshit.
You know what? I bet you that Jerry
think he-
dumped a bag on him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think he's taking his time. I feel like one more year of McCarthy not fulfilling, it'll be the Dame. I feel like that's what that is.
That's probably
That's
true, though,
very
Eric.
true.
That's a very valid
He's
statement.
playing chess.
That's a valid
He's playing
statement.
chess.
I think McCarthy. I'm surprised he actually didn't get fired. To be honest with you,
Agreed.
but
Well,
Jerry doesn't make
I
the
mean,
best
if you think back
decisions.
to a lesser like Jim Irsay type of comparison here, if you think back to when McCarthy got hired, he actually went and like legit stayed the night like over at Jerry Jones's house, like when he interviewed for the job, and so he probably they're about the same age. Like he probably thinks about that as like his brother, like his buddy, like, oh, I just can't let my friend go. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's
Yeah.
like all the.
Do you think Mike McCarthy spent a uncomfortable amount of time in one of Jerry Jones's 80,000 bathrooms?
It wouldn't surprise me.
What were you doing in there, Mike? You pooping?
All right,
That's
enough about bad football teams. Let's talk about some good football teams. We got
Detroit
divisional or
Lions.
championship games this Sunday. No games on Saturday this week because we got the Rumble.
Do one of you guys have a speaker on right now? I could hear somebody. It's like either TV or.
Eric, do you have a
Eric?
headset? Do you have headphones? Are you on speaker?
Do I have headphones? I can. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Continue.
Yep. So we got 2 games on Sunday this week, nothing on Saturday, NFL related. 49ers head to Philly.
40. Man, this is gonna be tough because I think that they're both pretty evenly matched, more evenly matched than how I felt about the Cowboys and 49ers game. Kind of my thing at that time was I said that was going to be a very low scoring kind of gritty football game because both teams, as much as I hate the Cowboys, they do have a fantastic defense. And they played well. The Cowboys defense played their asses off.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Philly is certainly going to be much of the same. I think that they're going to show up to play. They're going to play hard. They have an elite defense. They have an elite offense. And this is going to be tough. But the Niners have a defense to match.
They sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, this one's tough. It's tough. Like, I feel so torn because I can make an argument for either team, either betting or rooting. Either way,
it is a really hard game to pick, and it's going to be a really good game to watch.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game that we knew was coming, right? Like we all said it would be Niners and Philly.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, did Dallas expose San Francisco?
I don't think so. I mean, they were able to get after Brock Purdy a little bit more and pressure him. They were able to kind of shut down the run game a little bit. I don't know. That's tough. I think that's a very good question. That certainly, and I said that Dallas was going to be the best defense that the Niners had played with Brock Purdy under center.
Right.
I think that Philly has an even better defense.
Yeah.
But, this is tough. This is really tough.
Better than the Cowboys team?
Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm on it, Keith.
I even
Thanks.
think statistically. I think because it went, San Francisco 1, Philly 2 at one point?
I got so many Rumble stats pulled up right now.
Attaboy.
Eric, who you got? Eagles or Niners, and why?
It's hard to go against. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. I mean, my gut says the Eagles, but
I'm kind of pulling for the Niners. It's hard to go against Christian McCaffrey, that defense. Purdy somehow just keeps on making it happen. I don't know how. But at the same time, is Jalen Hurts going to be 100%?
He looked pretty damn
last
good
week.
against New York.
Yeah.
but it was New York. I don't know. It was New York. New York wasn't that great. They beat a pretender of a team.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What's injury report look like for that game? Anybody got that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I was looking up defensive stats, and then I got lost in the sauce.
Gardner?
No,
He's not playing
It's,
right now. He's home. He's at B Dubs right now.
He's collecting his fucking hardware, baby.
Right.
I don't. As a Seahawks fan, I don't want to root for the Niners, but I want to root for Brock Purdy. Because it's
hard
a
not to.
fucking
It's hard
cool
not to.
sport.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard not to root for
Watch
Brock
me.
Purdy.
Watch me.
But
All right.
Sorry,
This
go
is
ahead.
week 14. Nope. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Here we go. Christian McCaffrey. He is unspecified on the injury report. Elijah Mitchell is questionable again. Debo says he's unspecified with an ankle, and Ambry Thomas is questionable as well. And then they also lost somebody to being a piece of shit and getting arrested.
Yeah. But apparently he's playing though. At least that's the last time I saw it.
All right.
Yeah.
Never
The
mind,
dude
they
who
didn't lose him.
was. Yeah, it was a couple. Was it yesterday or something like that? Yeah, he's playing.
It's the NFL.
The
Who's surprised?
Omawa or starts with O. I forget what his name is.
Charles Menahue.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He guy that was drafted. I think didn't he beat up his girlfriend or something like that?
Yeah, it was like domestic violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, NFL allows it. I'll allow it.
Yep.
All right, so let's call this game.
Man.
Oh wait, we need to go. We need to go Eagles injury report. Is there anybody on it?
Getting on it.
Literally nobody. It says
hell
in
no.
A. It says in.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. It says in A.
Yeah, you're on the wrong one.
I'm on NFL.com. It says
Everything
NA.
says unspecified. Lane Johnson, unspecified game status. He's on groin/rest. Groin rest. I think they call that
Groin
teabagging.
rest.
Vontae Maddox, toe. And then it's rest. And then TJ Edwards is unspecified with a light practice on Friday with an ankle. So yeah, it's pretty much they're all healthy. They're all playing. They're all just chilling.
I mean, even on the other side, even on the 49ers side, those guys are all going to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelsey
right.
has an injury and he's gonna play.
Yeah. All right,
Mahomes
let's call it.
definitely has. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's call it. Starting with Rick.
Starting with me. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think that they have just as good, if not better, of a defense than the Cowboys have. I think that they can put equally as much pressure on Brock Purdy. I think that they're similarly capable of limiting Christian McCaffrey. You're not going to completely shut him down,
right?
But limiting him and kind of forcing Brock to air it out a little bit more. So, I'm going to take the Eagles. I think that I don't want to make any crazy calls. I really had a strong feeling that the Cowboys-Niners game was going to be a low-scoring game, but this one, I just don't know. I really feel like it's either going to be an absolute slugfest or it's going to be another low-scoring game that the Eagles dominate.
I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think everybody's going to be surprised. Oh, we lost Eric. But I think everybody's going to be surprised. I think a lot of people are thinking it might be more of a defensive game because you've got these two great defenses. But no, I think we're going to see a big score game.
Who you got?
I'm taking the over, and I'm taking the Eagles.
Ooh, 2 for Philly.
I'm tired of Brock Purdy.
It's
Keith?
going to be 3 for the Eagles because I'm
Ooh.
taking the Eagles. I think Brock Purdy, or as Paul Heyman would say, Brock Purdy. My wife's going to yell at me.
Eric just texted me. He said his internet took a shit.
No worries, it happens. Been there, done
But
that.
I think Brock's finally going to hit that rookie wall, and he's going to make that big mistake in the big game. So
Big game, a lot of lights on you.
a lot of lights.
Yeah. But
Sunlight,
I tell you what,
though,
that kid,
actually, because it's a 2:00 game.
True.
should
It's
be
in
proud
Philly.
of himself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
He should finish second in Rookie of the Year.
Right behind Sauce Gardner.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Get your Sauce Gardner crap out of here.
I am gonna default to letting Eric pick real quick.
Sorry,
Well,
yeah,
he's back.
You're good.
cheap ass AT&T let me down.
I feel you. So we're just calling
One of our sponsors this week,
49ers
AT&T.
Eagles. Who you taking?
I'm gonna ride that 49er train.
Ooh.
You're on it by yourself.
You're on an island right
Hey.
now.
Someone's
You are.
got to do it.
And you're gonna remain there because I think the Cinderella story comes to an end. Brock Purdy, like you said, Rick's got nothing to hang his hat on. Fucking phenomenal. I just think Philly's got a complete team, top to bottom. Offense looks good. Defense looks phenomenal. They looked disgusting last weekend. Like I said on Tuesday, I think we all forgot how good that defense can be when they're all healthy.
Man, it didn't even feel like they broke a sweat.
Like they're healthy and they're
No.
deep, and that's scary.
Someone just said this is a Christian McCaffrey game. I don't know. This is his moment to shine. Like he's a career. He's been a good team. This will be his moment, I think.
And that's
He's
the
the
thing.
only
Like,
49er I will root for.
I don't pick the Eagles with just ironclad confidence in this. I'm picking the Eagles, but I can definitely see a world of the Niners winning this game. But
100%.
I mean, yeah, I can see either of these teams winning. I just think it's going to be Eagles, but it's going to be some, last minute, 30 seconds down, kick a field goal to get the lead kind of thing.
All right. So we got one more game to talk about before we get into wrestling.
Wrestling.
The Bengals head to Kansas City to play at Burrowhead Stadium. Bengals have won
Thank you,
3 in
Dad.
a row against the Chiefs.
Yep. Which is funny because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't only like one of those games actually at Arrowhead?
Yeah, and like literally one dude on the sideline was saying Burrowhead Stadium. I don't even know who it was. It was like I caught it on
viral.
I
love
caught
it.
it on Greenie's podcast where he was talking about it, and it was one guy saying, I don't know who the guy was, but yeah, he probably should shut his mouth.
I mean, unless he goes off again this week and then does it again.
Mike Hilton.
Bengals looked really fucking good last
Burrowhead
week.
Stadium, like you won once there, and it wasn't like you.
In overtime, unless.
Man.
I mean, yeah, the Bengals
what Josh
were very
Allen couldn't
surprising,
do.
especially with that beat up offensive line. Like, I don't think anyone expected them to run over the Bills like that. Like, that was kind of nuts.
I called
You would
it.
not have guessed that was like their second string, like some second stringers on their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They
And I
looked
think even in one
incredible.
case, a third stringer.
Yeah, I don't even think you can blame the snow on that one. That was just domination.
Joe Burrow.
Boyd is missing Von Miller hurt, huh?
Say
So,
that
I mean,
again?
I guess
So-
I said Boyd is missing Von Miller hurt.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
can definitely tell they're missing him.
Mike
Yeah,
Hyde
oh, yeah.
out. I mean, they had some key pieces on that defense that were hurt.
I don't think it would have mattered. I really feel like this is the Bengals' year.
I agree. I had picked them. We had a bet in Blake and I's fantasy league. This guy, of course, he picked the Cowboys.
Of course.
Our good old pal Jason.
Thank you for
But
the
he picked the
$100.
Cowboys, and I picked the Bengals. I think that they are right now the best team in the NFL overall. Top to bottom. I think that they're the best overall team in the NFL. Just from quarterback, the offensive weapons, the defense. I think that they win it all this year. I'm comfortable in picking them over the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes has no injury designation.
He's still hurt. He's got a high ankle.
He's still hurt.
Yeah.
Who
And I
else
mean,
is on
to
those
his
injury
credit,
reports? Sorry, go ahead.
Kelsey has a back injury.
It's from carrying the team for so long.
I
Yeah.
was just about to say that.
Screw that.
Who doesn't have an injury designation at this time of year?
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anybody
Everybody
out
who's
that we
not
should be
currently
aware
playing?
of?
Their old tackle. Offensive tackle isn't playing for Cincinnati.
Who's?
Whatever it is.
Oh,
Cincinnati's.
Alex Kappa, the guard,
Alex
and
Kappa.
Kappa.
Jonah Williams. He's
Kappa,
out as well with a knee. Kappa.
To Kansas City's credit, though, with that injury that Patrick Mahomes has, they do have one of the better offensive lines. So it's in that regard, it's tough to put pressure on him. And usually, he's usually kind of better making some magic happen outside of the pocket. But that mobility, if they're able to make it past that line, I'm not so sure. I mean, he's an incredible quarterback, but I'm interested. If I'm the Bengals, like, I'm going to test him early and often.
Oh yeah, I'm rushing as.
Yeah.
I'm letting him try to take those deep shots on my cornerbacks because I'm gonna rush 5 every play and just
Don't forget they have Eli Apple.
Yeah, Eli Apple.
Don't forget they still have Eli Apple. Don't
That's
forget.
true.
The pride of Ohio State.
One of the things I saw about this game is the ref Ron Torbert's regular season crew averaged 12 flags a game, which is the surprisingly 5th fewest in the league.
Lovely. Can't wait for
12 flags is the 5th fewest. That's
12 flags per game is the 5th fewest. That's insane, right?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Right?
isn't it?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Through 33 flags this season for DPI, illegal content or contact, and defensive holding.
I just don't want the
illegal
narrative
content.
on Tuesday night show to be we need official refs. I mean, because we've had that show 7 times this year because of fucking referees. Like it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Fix your shit.
Pay them. You're already paying them $225 million, or not million. Sorry, 1,000.
Why is it not a full-time position at that price? I don't get it.
Agreed.
So let's hope that it's not a statement. All right, let's call this Bengals at Chiefs, starting with Ryan.
Give me the Bengals.
Keith.
Bengals.
Eric.
Mahomes is going to exercise the demons. Chiefs.
Rick Horn.
Bengals. And I feel comfortable in very comfortable in saying that. I think that the Bengals are going to beat the shit out of the Chiefs.
Ooh. I'm the low man on the island again. Okay, I'll take it.
Not for long though, because I'll stick with you on this one. I do think the Chiefs pull this one out. I don't trust that defensive line I don't trust that offensive line to do what they did last week, 2 weekends in a row. They struggled all year long for the most part. I don't think they'll be able to put it together. Joe Burrow's got to, do the quick play action passes, and they're not going to be able to do it against that defensive line. No way. And the loudest stadium in the country is going to take care of it. Burrowhead Stadium, yep. Because all that dude did was add fuel to the fire. All he did.
Yeah, and you're going to get burned.
What's crazy is he didn't even add the fuel. It was some random dude.
Yeah, I know. Right. All right, so we got one more thing to talk about and get into before we get out of here tonight. We are going to talk some Royal Rumble wrestling which is the
Wrestling.
first premium live event of the 2023 calendar year, and really the first one that Keith and I were kind of talking about earlier that kind of gives Hunter the full control of creative leading up to, like, with time to build storylines and stuff like that. Thoughts, Keith?
I'm ready for this event in more ways than one. This is my favorite event. It's the first one in probably 10 years that I can't actually predict the winner.
Really?
I was at the show last year, and I called exactly what was going to happen. I said if Brock loses the belt to Bobby, Brock's winning the title. He's coming back in the Rumble, winning the Rumble. And what happened? Exactly that. But this is the most intriguing Rumble we've had in probably 10 years.
And did we
least on
lock
the
that
men's
down?
side.
Are there 11 surprises?
I believe there are
No,
no longer
10.
11.
10, right? Because Brock declared tonight.
Brock declared tonight, so
So we got
10.
10 surprises, which, I mean, that's 1/3 of the field
It's
of
the
these
most-
surprises.
It's the most I've seen in a long time. So I'm happy about that.
You know where they're at,
And the
Rick?
women's,
You know where they're doing the Rumble?
huh?
Rick?
Rick,
St. Louis.
No, the
San
Alamo Dome.
Antonio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Down in San Antonio.
It's a hell of a venue.
So Keith, are there any, like, who would be, like, I know we kind of talked about earlier, like you and I, we talked about like surprises or whatever, but what do you think about, like, who would be a big, like, holy shit, didn't see this coming from anywhere surprise?
Like Booker T, maybe. He's kind of an older guy. He's currently announcing.
He's still wrestling?
on-
No, he's announcing at NXT.
He's
Oh.
announcing NXT, but he's from Texas. He's still in good shape. Booker T could possibly enter just because he's from Texas. A big surprise one could be CM Punk.
Mm.
I hadn't talked to you about this because he got kind of fired from AEW. So CM Punk would be a big shocker. Of course, there's the rumor of The Rock showing up
Mm-hmm.
to take on Roman at WrestleMania eventually. But we don't know if that's going to happen because there's reports he's saying he's not healthy.
He's going to
Not
come out in a
what?
Battlehawks uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Just
mean,
to
with
fuck
it
with
being
San
in San
Antonio.
Antonio, like, there's just so many connections there right now with, like, it would be perfect.
I mean, Cena could make an appearance. Which
About
I
Ric
think
Flair.
no.
He was on Monday.
He was on Monday, but that's Raw 30. He was there for 5 seconds. He introduced his daughter. That's all he did. So I can see Cena being in there. Logan Paul. I know everybody hates Logan Paul, but the man can wrestle.
Yeah, he can.
That's true. He can.
He can
called
redneck soap
his
opera with the best of them.
He can.
Is he the boxer or is that Jake?
That's Jake.
That's Jake, who is going to be
Okay.
fighting Tommy Fury officially now. Logan, the WrestleMania is actually on Logan's birthday, and on his podcast he called out John Cena. So to make that happen, I could see John Cena and Logan Paul entering the Rumble and Logan eliminating Cena.
I got a question about wrestling because I'm watching college wrestling. Gable Stevenson, he signed with the WWE, right?
Yeah.
Is he?
He's currently in developmental still.
Gotcha.
He was on a Raw show probably 3 weeks ago, or Blake,
Yeah,
Okay.
with Kurt Angle, right?
with Kurt Angle. But he was on WrestleMania last year when they signed him. But he's signed, but he's in developmental in Florida right now.
So he's just trying to learn the secrets and all that. the
He's trying to
trades.
learn professional wrestling, not
Yeah.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yep. What you think we'll have any surprises from the NXT roster?
There's always one, probably Braun Breaker, who's the current NXT champion, because he'll probably drop it soon.
I mean, it's time for him to go to the main roster, anyways, right? Like,
it's probably time for him to go to the main roster. He's run his course there. It's time for him to go back to, or go to the main roster.
Is he a good wrestler?
yeah.
Yeah. Remember, you ever heard of the Steiner brothers
Yeah.
back in the
Oh,
day?
yeah. Rick and
It's
Big Papa Pump.
it's Braun Breaker is his kid.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
You think we're gonna have any celebrities? Like last year we had Johnny Knoxville. Anything like
Bad
that?
Bunny last year too. I'm sure we'll get somebody. I don't have any clue who this year.
It's kind of like last year it was all like new to me, obviously, because the Rumbles when I restarted watching it, But like here I am a year later, and it feels like they've done a really good job of kind of keeping it shush. Like if 1/3 of the field is secret,
Which
like
we
you
knew the field last year.
yeah, like we knew almost the full field, so it's exciting.
Like we didn't know about Shane O'Mac coming in, but it kind of leaked the night before. So we knew Shane McMahon was going to be in it. So saw that coming.
So non-Rumble match, we've also got the Bray Wyatt LA Knight Pitch Black match.
Have they said what that is yet?
No,
It's a no disqualifications match.
that's all I know. We'll find out. Pitch Black.
But
Oh,
It-
sponsored
I
by
had-
Indeed.
I had the Pitch Black energy drink last night. Give it a solid 4 out of 10. Would not recommend.
Keith's been drinking them.
nonstop for 7 days.
He's got that Rumble blood now. That's
All
what
I'm
happens when
saying
you drink
is
it.
the WWE world is going to go up in fucking flames if this does not come to a full head tomorrow.
Something's got to happen tomorrow. Because they've been teasing us for 4 months.
About what?
Just what Bray Wyatt's doing.
Oh. So
We're
have
getting
they
30 seconds a
announced
week.
who is on the Rumble, correct? Like,
20
except
of
for
them.
a few? Oh,
20 of their
them?
competitors.
We know 220 of them are.
So what did they start the show with?
Last year they started with the Women's Rumble.
Women's Rumble.
Gotcha.
I suspect they'll do that again. They'll either start with that or the Alexa Bliss Bianca Belair match.
Which
Gotcha.
will also give us some Uncle Howdy, hopefully Bray Wyatt stuff too.
That's the dumbest. I'm sorry. Uncle Howdy. Good God.
I'm curious, Keith, do you think we find out who he is tomorrow?
Yeah, no,
You don't think so?
I don't think we find out till WrestleMania.
with names like Uncle Howdy, I feel like the name that we gave Danny, Leather Danny,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could be a WWE character.
It should be, if it hasn't been.
Leather Danny. I think we should make a pitch for him to go to the WWE.
Yes.
Don't forget that next Friday, Leather Danny's friend's coming on the show to talk BattleBots.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
BattleBots.
That'll be fucking cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Keith, I think you have a graphic with some stats for us. We're going to get into some games tonight for Royal Rumble.
I don't have the graphic. You have the graphic. I can't put the graphic on the screen.
Who has the graphic?
It's on the chat.
The blame game.
Ryan, can you pull that graphic up?
Yeah.
Mine.
I can't do it, Blake. I don't have the ability.
I thought, I think you told me to do it, and I just didn't.
It's all good. We'll get through it. I think.
I'm an idiot.
This is my one segment. I'm taking it.
You guys can talk about something.
So I think it'll be fun. Yes, Keith, let's do the pick a number. Let's do that. but I also think it would be fun to pick a wrestler either from the list,
Oh yeah.
or you could say surprise 1 through 10, and that is your wrestler. Whoever is the
Ooh, I
surprise.
like that. I like
1 through
that.
10.
I like the surprise 1 through 10.
I've got it. You ready?
Yep. Boom.
Oh wait, it's in the background. That's all I need to add as an overlay. Do I do an overlay?
What? No.
What do I do?
You add it as an image.
Present your screen.
You can
Oh, wait,
add it as if it.
Forget
here.
it. Forget it. I got it. Okay, I have it. It's fine.
Brian, go to
So-
present.
So
No, we're getting this
we have
fucking
a-
graphic. Hold your horses.
so
Brian,
the game is
hit present,
pick a number 1 through 30.
motherfucker. Pick.
9.
Go to the bottom and hit present,
Okay.
and then if you hit slides, you should be able to upload the
Ah.
image right there.
Nice.
All right, now Keith can come out of timeout. Oh, he did start. He left. He said, "Fuck you guys, I'm out."
Kick me out. Where is it? I don't even see the graphic. Where's it at?
We're working on it. Jesus.
Gosh.
You went from I don't need the graphics. I need it right now. You sound like my wife. Jesus.
I'm trying the best I can, Keith.
Okay.
All right,
You're
so while he's
hurting my
working on that, let's
feelings.
pick a wrestler, Keith.
A wrestler who I think's gonna win, who I want to win. What do you want?
No.
My phone is crooked now.
Who you want to win, I think.
Who do I want to win? I want Seth Rollins to win the men's Royal Rumble. As for the women, you're gonna hate my pick, Blake. I'm sorry.
You're gonna say Bailey, aren't you?
I'm not gonna say Bailey.
Oh,
It's
that's
worse
good.
than Bailey.
Oh, hold on.
And it's also my prediction to win the Rumble. It's Rhea Ripley.
Ew. You should be ashamed of that came out of
I-
your fucking mouth.
Here's
It's
my
not
point.
working for me, Blake. I'm
It's
sorry
fine.
to fail you.
It's fine. It's
What?
fine. This whole graphic. It's a beautiful graphic. We'll put it on Twitter. It's fine.
No, I'm making this happen.
That's not the graphic. So here's my reason for Rhea Ripley.
I know, but this is a list of the wrestlers that we know that are in there.
I can't.
I
There
can't
are
see any of
11.
that.
Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Gunther,
Oh,
Cody
Gunther.
Rhodes,
It's Gunther.
almost, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and then it's gone. It's all gone. You
Oh, yeah.
fucked it.
Karrion Kross.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio, The Miz, Xavier Woods, and Barack Lobster.
Brock Lobster. But here's my point for
Go
Rhea
Brock.
I'm listening.
Rip owed a title match before she got hurt. She earned it.
Gunther.
Never got it. She's the best thing going in the women's division right now. I know she's not fighting, but she's the best thing going right now.
If she's not fighting, then how's she going to win?
She's going to be in the Rumble. She's in the Rumble.
Who are you talking about right now?
Rhea Ripley.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
hope
so
she
lost.
fucking. I hope someone jumps her ass. All right.
There's
so
also
of this
rumors she
list,
might enter the men's Rumble.
that would be really fucking funny. That would be really
I
funny.
want them
Okay,
to
so
enter
from
one
this
soon to
list,
be Rey.
pick a name.
I already did.
I know
I
you
already
did. Try and pick a name.
He's got to pick almost. Guaranteed.
Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, that's a solid one. Mr. Raren.
I'm gonna pick. Let's
Are you gonna go the
go. Let's go Ricochet because it has
That's a good
a
one.
Rick.
Yep. Rick O'Shea. Richard
Rick
O'Shea.
Eric, who you picking?
Gunther.
Nice.
Gunther.
Gunther.
He's the IC champ.
He's so icy.
Keith, who am I
Yes.
picking?
Brock Lobster.
Brock Lesnar. Please.
I did it so much better than you.
Yes. All right, so women's. We only have 12 confirmed names. So 18 surprises in the women's division tomorrow.
The corpse of China. Reanimated.
It's fucked up.
That's what happens when you've got all that wrestling money.
Oh my
And these-
goodness, no way.
Those three all said that they were joining tonight. Lacey Evans joined tonight. Xia Li joined tonight.
I don't know any of these, so I'm going to say Rhea Ripley.
Give me
Just
Liv
go with
Morgan.
me. Just because you want her to sit on your face.
Yes.
Who?
Liv Morgan.
Oh. Liv Moss. Taco Bell.
I got a thing for Asians, so Xia Li.
Oh,
Saya.
okay.
Saya.
I'm gonna go
Rick.
with Lacey
There's no
Evans
Ricks.
because that sounds like a white trash name.
Hey, can
Well,
I-
yeah, it's pretty
she's
close.
Hey, did the Navy hate the Marines? Because she's a Marine.
Oh, well then, I mean, Department of the Navy. So
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
we're the daddies. We're the daddies.
yeah,
So now pick a number between 1 and 30 for each match.
one and what?
1 and 30.
We doing men's
Remember,
or
the
women's?
higher
first?
let's do men's. That's what I have written down first.
Do we know who's coming in at what order, right?
Nope,
You
it's all a
do not.
surprise.
Sweet. I like that.
Ricky
Now,
Poo. You're the first thing I have
you
written
said
down.
one-
That's why I said 1 through 30.
You said 1
You
through.
can't pick
I don't.
21 and 8. You can't pick.
You said 21 and 8.
Yes, because that is
I
Rob
cannot
and
pick.
Dan. Correct.
Um,
Ugh,
30.
that's a good pick.
Oh, good pick.
Number 30 has won 4 times in the Rumble. It's a good pick.
We would know that if we had a graphic on the screen that was made.
It would.
Fuck
Would.
you.
Yeah!
There it is.
I love it. Rick, very good job, my guy.
Ooh,
looks
never
great.
won. Damn.
Rick, that looks
Number
good,
one.
dude. Very good.
It looks-
5 minutes,
looks
my
great.
ass.
That one took him longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that one took a little bit longer. It was the thumbnail of the
7.
video. That
What about 7?
Took him 7
Ryan,
minutes, not
give me a
5.
number.
Ryan.
means he's looking at the numbers.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Give me 21.
You
It's
can't
already
have 21.
taken.
God damn it.
21, 8, and 30. You cannot have.
31.
No, that's
God
not
damn
a thing.
20,
God
26.
damn it.
26.
Okay. 26.
Uh,
26 is a really odd number because it's a high number. Never won.
Yeah.
You were looking at that bottom screen, right?
Yeah. I was looking at the screen.
Eric, you want to get in those? You want a number?
Yep, 11.
11. 11. Never won. Blake.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut nowadays.
Mhm.
Yes, it does.
I'm rocking with 27.
27. Also won 4 times. I will go.
Play the odds, baby.
I will go 24.
I like it.
Do it all over again. Let's
You
do it all
guys
over again. But I'm
You
going.
guys are wusses.
We're going for women's
We're
now.
gonna
Yeah?
go backwards. Yep, but we're going backwards. And I'll do 18 for women. Blake,
26.
Eric,
I'm sorry. What was the question?
just need a number. That's not 1, 2, 26, or 18.
3.
3. I know this graphic says that 3 is never won, or it's never won.
No. 3.
It won. I guess it was Bianca Belair who won that one. Ryan.
Because she's the est.
Oh my God. EST.
Is it my turn?
Your turn, sir.
What were the numbers I can't pick?
1, 2, 3, 18, and 26.
Can I pick 27?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go 27.
Rick, you want to round us out?
Sure. I will go 21.
21. You got it, sir. All right, I'm done.
This is for the
I will
women's.
have that is for the women's. I will write all these down. What? And I will tell you how it went on Tuesday.
All right.
And I'll tell you who you had and how your person did.
I will know because I'll be watching.
No, you won't. You won't watch till Sunday.
I might be watching it late tomorrow night. We'll see how tired I am when I get
My
home.
laptop just died.
Going out with the boys.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here this evening. Don't forget, please hit that like and subscribe button on the bottom. Check out all of the fancy links in our description for our merchandise and our Amazon link, all that fun stuff. Anything before we get out of here, boys?
What was that, Keith? What's that? What's that?
Blake knows what it is.
Get your fucking butthole finger out of the air.
Blake knows what it is.
All right,
it's
y'all.
Roman Reigns being the one.
Oh, yeah.
Until he's
'cause
number 2 this weekend.
Who's he fighting?
He's not. KO, Kevin Owens.
KO show, baby. All right, boys. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Enjoy your sports this weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday. Eric, thanks for stopping in, my dude.
I appreciate it, guys. See ya.